The assistant of my wife Lucy Quinn has lost in a truth or dare session. Lucy doesn't hesitate to file for a divorce from me for the 9th time. In the courthouse, I hear the staff member asking Lucy curiously, "Your husband is like a well-trained dog now. You've already married and divorced him 9 times. Aren't you worried that your husband might ditch you for real?" Lucy merely smirks at her. "Do you know that the more ruthless you are when you abandon your pets, the harder it'll be for them to live without you? In fact, they will just become more obedient and docile. As long as I curl a finger at him, he'll definitely sink down to his knees and beg me to remarry him." Everyone bursts into laughter after that. They bet that I'll plead pathetically to Lucy to remarry me for the 10th time in less than a day after I've obtained the divorce certificate. Lucy even declares that she'll stream the 10th wedding proposal on the internet when it happens. But the next day, Lucy keeps waiting for me to show up at the city hall while clad in a wedding dress. All she gets is a text from me. "No more proposals. This is the end between us, Lucy." The company had just landed a major deal, and I worked so much overtime that I collapsed at the office with a raging fever. While I was being rushed to the hospital, my wife Lucy Quinn was busy organizing a company drinking party to celebrate her assistant, Steven Zimmer's first day. When Lucy called me at the hospital, there was no concern in her voice. She impatiently told me the waiting period was over and ordered me to pick up the divorce certificate. She had timed it perfectly. There was exactly 1 hour left before the mandatory 30-day waiting period ended. Once it passed, the divorce would be finalized. It felt as if all the blood in my body froze at once. I stood there stiffly, phone raised to my ear. This was the 9th time Lucy was divorcing me. We married 9 times, divorcing and remarrying again and again. Hope and despair chased each other in a vicious loop. The first time she divorced me, she said I was old-fashioned and predictable, even in bed. The second time, she said I was too stable, too dull. I was nothing like her young assistant with his energy and spark. The next 6 divorces followed the same pattern, each one coming with a new excuse, each one cutting a little deeper. Listening to the clink of glasses on the other end of the call and the drunken laughter slurring together, I understood perfectly. This 9th divorce was nothing more than a truth or dare stunt at her drinking table. The pleas I wanted to voice stayed trapped in my throat. Lucy had always said the thing she hated most was my clinginess. At that moment, I was exhausted and utterly hopeless. I knew Lucy too well. Once she made up her mind, she never backed down. Ignoring the nurse's attempts to stop me, I pulled out the IV needle and staggered out toward the courthouse. I dragged myself in, dizzy and aching, only to see Lucy glowing with pride. She was talking happily about her successes from the abandoned cat effect. Her words were so cold they pierced straight through me. In that instant, I finally understood everything. I never figured out why Lucy kept marrying and divorcing me over and over again. To stay married, I molded myself to fit her expectations, losing whatever parts of me she rejected. But no matter how desperately I begged, she would always bring up divorce again almost immediately. I would grit my teeth and agree. Not long after, she would cry and say she couldn't live without me. And every single time, I went back to her. I had ground myself down to nothing, thrown away all my pride just to cater to Lucy and please her. Only now did I realize the truth. 9 divorces, 9 remarriages. It was just her way of keeping me under her thumb. The anxious, insecure version of me in this marriage was a complete joke. Tears streamed down my face. It felt as if my heart itself had shattered. Lucy chatted with the staff a moment longer before she finally turned and saw me. For a heartbeat, her expression stiffened. Then she hurried over and grabbed my hand. "Zach, when did you get here? Why didn't you call out to me?" I hesitated. I could feel her probing in her tone, so I kept the truth to myself. "I just got here." Her shoulders relaxed, and she let go of my hand. "All right, look at you. It is not even your first divorce, and yet you are crying your eyes